Hey, I wanted to ask you about the primary election. There were about 10 points separating you and Ted Cruz. Everyone thought, originally that you had this thing in the bag. What happened?
Oh, I'm pleased with being the #1 vote getter. When you got 9 different people in a runoff, it's mathematically difficult to end up with 51%. But I think the majority of the Texas voters who voted on May 29th are for me. And so our challenge right now is just to get out and to contact them and make sure they all show up on July 31st.
Yeah, July 31st, kind of having that late of a runoff might make things a little difficult to get voters out. Some people say maybe Cruz has the edge as far as his group of supporters. What do you think?
Well, he says that. I think my voters are going to turn out. We've been contacting people since the primary ended, and we've got a lot of enthusiasm among our voters. I think our voters understand that this isn't about me. This is about getting our economy jump-started again. This is about restoring freedom and opportunity, and they believe that I'm uniquely qualified to do that.
When you hear things about Ted Cruz maybe being the Tea Party favorite and getting attacks for yourself as maybe being a little bit more moderate, how do you make sure that you get those conservative voters?
Well, first of all, I split most of the Tea Party vote and most of the conservatives with my opponent. I am the most conservative lieutenant governor in the history of the state of Texas. All you have to do is ask some of my Democrat friends in the legislature. When you've balanced 5 straight budgets without raising taxes, when you've cut spending we didn't need almost each year by $1 billion, when last year in 2011 we had to cut $14 billion out of the biennium, when you've cut taxes 51 times, I am the most conservative lieutenant governor in the history of the state of Texas. And I guess when you don't have a record to run on, then you're going to go criticize other people. I'm running for the U.S. Senate. Washington is broken. I'm a lifelong businessman. I've taken my business skills that I have worked on for years and years to a state government. We've created what you all call the Texas Miracle, the strongest state economy in the entire country. We're the #1 in job creation. And I want to take these skills to Washington and get this country back to work.
That moment at the state Republican convention when Governor Perry was up on stage and he gave his endorsement of you, there were some maybe not so favorable reactions from the crowd, some booing. What did you think when you heard that?
Well, I thought they were saying, do. No, realistically, I'd love to get 100% of every election. We've always been the top vote getter because people know that I have a business background. I want to create a great state economically. I want to create a lot of jobs. So if we don't get 100% of the votes, I understand. But we're campaigning for every single vote.
You've got 2 debates coming up.
Yes.
You got a secret weapon we don't know about yet?
That's right, me.
What can we expect out of those debates?
Oh, I think you're going to hear me talking about policy and my opponent attacking me, just like he's been doing for the last 9 months. I think in one of the earlier debates, I said, wait, whoa, stop. I think I'm kind of confused. I'm running for the United States Senate, and this gentleman over here is attacking me. But luckily, every single attack has been untrue. We're focused on what we've done, our positive message. We want to create more opportunity for everyone. I'm real concerned that if we don't change Washington, we're going to bankrupt the future of our children and our grandchildren. I'm hearing grandparents all around the state right now saying, all my life, David, I've assumed that my children, my grandchildren would have more opportunities than I've had, but now I'm worried. I want to create opportunity, restore freedoms, and get this country back to work. And that's what we've done here in Texas. We've gotten state government out of your way. I want to help get the federal government out of people's way so they can move on with their lives.